Welcome back, everybody. The Grand Tactician, the Civil War. Grandma Grandpa Gaming is episode 37 of our Federal Summer 61 campaign using the a.o.m mod. So, last episode we had a major fight over here in Virginia. And quite a bloody affair for both sides as the Grandpa's Grunts, my corps, which was already pretty under strength, went up against almost 3 times their numbers and somehow prevailed. We do have a third rebel corps following up on that attack, which is Jenkins' Corps, Army of Alabama, with another 12,000 men is following up that attack. I'm not almost equal numbers with us, but our morale is not going to be in the best state in the world, so we're going to see how that battle plays out. Hopefully we can hold them, and I'm really hoping we can push these guys back and try to get one of our corps back down in Richmond as the Army of the East retreats back into Washington. But we'll see what happens there. The Engineer Corps is still working on the fortifications at Harper's Ferry. That is 28 days away from completion. And we did have another battle here at Knoxville also, which was not as big as I thought it was going to be. So while this corps is recovering, it's almost into the green. I want to try and get them down into Chattanooga by November. I don't know if we'll be able to do it or not, but I'm really hoping to get there before the snow set in and kind of shut down the Appalachia Valley. Army of Mississippi is still sitting at Lexington with a couple of rebel corps just south of it. I'm waiting for Buell to get back into the green. I think we're kind of done here for the winter. We may make an attempt to push these boys away and get them south into Tennessee. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do that or not. Probably not even not this episode, probably the following episode. Army of Tennessee is trying to re-establish control of Carrollton as the Army of the West with Weisinger's Corps came up behind them and took Carrollton. We pushed them out of there 2 episodes ago. And the Independent Cavalry Corps is still trying to flip over Memphis. I think we only covered about 1 day last episode, maybe 2. So, Army of Tennessee is going to be stuck at Carrollton for the winter. There's no way they're going to be able to push out of there, now with their readiness levels. I'm hoping to keep the Independent Cavalry Corps moving. Once we have Memphis flipped, even though they are low on supply, I want to try and run them down the rail line to Grenada next and force the Rebel B's Corps to chase us. They're at 11,000 going up to 13,000. If they chase down the Independent Cavalry Corps, I really don't see us having a chance of victory, though we will try. So I want to try and get them all the way down to New Orleans on a nice long raid. So try and get that done over the winter months. I'm not really sure if that's going to happen or not. Once again, the East Coast Squadron was disbanded after its last attempt at Fort Monroe. Chesapeake Squadron is growing in size. That's now up to 8 sloops of war. I do have a few more to add into it, but under my game rules, it's only 1 per month. So we're slowly tightening up the blockades around here. I would have liked to have taken some of these forts over with the East Coast Squadron Fort disbanded to move our blockades south, but it is what it is. I think that covers everything for now, so I'll be back with the next incident, which should very shortly be a battle with Jenkins' Corps. Oh, before I get the map rolling along again, we do have 2 units in trade dock that are ready to be transferred out. The Victorian Rifles and the Indian Volunteer Battery are ready to go. So the Victorian Rifles are going to the 8th Infantry Division of the Army of the East. When the Bucktail's ready to go, they'll be following suit to finish out filling out that division. And the Indian Volunteer Batteries are ready to go, so we're going to send these over to the Independent Cavalry Corps. Should probably create... That'll take 30 days for that transfer, and 10 days for this transfer. Army of Tennessee is still waiting the arrival of its next division, the Grandpa's Bastards Division. They are 21 days away from arriving. The Copeland Lumberjacks will be there in 3 days, and Go Blocks' battery be there in 21 days. And I think that's the last of the transfers. Okay, that covers that. So I'll be back with the next incident. All right, we do have an interesting conundrum here. Jenkins' Corps has come up, but it's not engaging my grunts, as our last battle was 2 days. So on the game map, the battle's actually still being fought out. So Jenkins' Corps is not joining that combat. They are actually engaging the Army of the East under Meade, which is, as you can see, is in red readiness, but with confident morale and 100% supply. And the numbers are basically parity, except for artillery, where we do hold the advantage. We're going to fight this one out. Oh, there goes my phone. Once again, it's not one of my videos if you don't hear my phone go off. So, yeah, we're definitely fighting this one out. So the Army of the East under Meade with 10,804 infantry, 1,800 cavalry, and 37 guns is going up against Jenkins with 10,714 infantry, 1,431 cavalry, and 3 guns. Shows our morale is confident, 61%. Well, we're going to give it a shot at least. Welcome, my grunts, to Manassas Junction once again. So, because this is kind of an interesting scenario, right now, even though we don't see them on map, the battle from last episode is actually still being fought over here at the railroad cut. Jenkins' Corps is coming in along the Warrenton Turnpike, which is the way Jackson's Corps came onto the field in the other fight. But the objective point is Centerville. So we're going to say this is the same battle on a different flank, because this is taking place on the same day at the same location on the Grand Campaign map. So we're going to say this is a different flank of the same battle, just a smaller fight of that same action. So Bloody Manassas continued. So the way I've set up here is I have the Celtic Division in the center, because they're going to come straight down the Warrenton Pike. So I have the Celtic Division in the center, Polish Legion to the left, and I have the 7th Infantry Division off on the right. With the artillery in the center, cavalry on the left in case they try to make a flanking movement out in this direction, and I'm leaving the engineers right back in Centerville itself. So there should be a... Oh, you guys are actually below the hill crest there. There we go.
Fill those buckets, Private.
It's a good thing I came down to a map eye view. And the cavalry, let's make sure that charge icon is turned off. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. More often than not, it's on, which makes no sense. So I think this is a solid defensive position. I think we should be able to hold here. Maybe I should replace the Scots Guard. Oh, they're under 800 men, yeah. Polish, you're going to take up their position. Scots, come sit over here. I can push you forward if I need you. I think that works better. Do any of you guys have... I don't think Sharps have made it to this army yet. They have not. So I think this is a strong defensive position. So we should be able to see them off fairly easily is what I'm hoping. All right, it's now 5:20 in the morning. We do have the rebel side and cavalry coming straight down the road at us. If you can see, I got troops on the move. I decided to send the 7th Division off into the woods here on my right flank and the cavalry off over here on my left flank, because I want to try and pincer this rebel corps as it attacks and cause as much damage as possible. Oop. Is cavalry being smart and stopped? No, it was not. And are these trees actually, yeah, blocking my line of sight? But some of these guns should be firing. I got them on counter battery, that's why.
I think I saw.
Hmm.
I think I saw something, Sarge.
Why are you boys not firing?
I think I saw something, Sarge. Observe that flank.
Doesn't matter. Rifles should rip them down. So once I start seeing the infantry come down the road, I'm going to send the 7th Division right along this fence line here and have the cavalry come up through the woods here. We're actually probably right down the road here and come up behind and set up here. Try and grab as many retreating rebels as possible if things go correctly.
Check your weapons. Keep them clean.
Oh, they're just out of range. No, I don't want you going all the way up. No. There goes the guns. You know what? I just realized I left my artillery unmasked by moving the 7th. Or they spotted this infantry on the move is what happened. They're coming to take a gander. That's someplace what happened. Sounds like that other rebel unit is falling back. Yep. And they actually managed to get into the woods. Okay. Oh, who's wounded? Banks. Division commander got wounded because he's right behind the Whiskey Rebels. See those boys off. They're falling back at us. Okay, probably trying to get the deeper cover. It's on you, Poles.
Go. 5 seconds fewer.
Go counter batter, take care of those guns. No, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. Oh, that cavalry's actually got range on us. What's up, Jocelyn's? scene off. Actually, looks like they charged into us there. They're trying to get around this flank, so we got to meet them out in the field. Your morale's low, but get ready to advance across Celtics. Or Scots Guards, my bad. By the time Calvert gets those orders, the rebels should be past that point. Good. Oh, you guys have Whitworths? Really? Shit. Enemy skirmishers deal with that battery. In range? Not yet. They have a lot more maneuver elements than I do. Yeah, hiding in this low ground was not the best option. Over here who just died. Carol Nelson. Old Nelson, man, who runs this, killed in action. Not good. Skirmishers back. There you go. Lay into them. Real Kentuckians. Traitors to the cause. cavalry. Almost in position. Come on, Hoosiers, knock them down. Alright, Scots advance against the 60th. There we go. That's what I want to see. Break them. .46 is still standing. As expected. Air Norwegians on you. That is a big brigade. That's got to be brand new. Blue runs as expected also. Someone else is wounded. Porter. Commander of the Irish Legion. Not looking good with the officer casualties. Close enough. Get to the rear. The hell? They're marching right into him. Shite. And that's where they stop. They're face to face with each other, just firing. And they are retreating. Beautiful. Guess we just broke somebody else there. I wasn't looking. At 15% casualties. We're almost to a major victory. I kind of need that major victory. Cavalry, get down here. Firing into them, boys. No idea what the hell's going on over here. Cavalry, get down here. Thought I still had plenty of time to move them, but I guess not. me some prisoners. Let's go. That could have gone better, but it could have gone a lot worse. Got a little sticky there towards the center of the fight, and then we solidified again, thankfully. Whew. Hopefully this season ends bloody Manassas. So lost 1,181 of our 10,801 infantry, 0 of our 1,800 cavalry, 0 of our 37 guns, total loss of 1,188 of our 13,147. We did take a big hit in our officer corps for this force. A big hit. Took down 1,900 of their 11,000 infantry. We only got 300 of their 1,400 cavalry. I'm kind of surprised by that. We got all 500 guns. Total loss of 2,200 of their 12,000 men. All right, combat reports. Engineers did not fight. 3rd Cav Division took 34 prisoners, 27 with the Brandenburgs, 7 with the Rosses. 8th Infantry Division, 1st Polish Legion, did 353 to infantry, 143 to cavalry, 13 artillery, for a total of 509. Losses: 15 dead, 107 wounded, 25 missing, for a total of 147. Aggregate strength of 1,838, 7% casualties. Celtic Division, Blue Run Bourbons did 109 to infantry, 48 to cavalry, total 157. Scots Guards did 181 to infantry. And the Irish Legion did 374 to infantry, 2 to cavalry, for total 376. Division total 714. Losses: Blue Runs 30 dead, 148 wounded, 26 missing, for total 204. Aggregate strength of 606, 25% casualties. I didn't realize how beat up this division was. It's under a brigade strength for the entire division. Scots Guard, 17 dead, 54 wounded, 10 missing, total of 81. Aggregate strength of 688, 11% casualties. Irish Legion, 22 dead, 81 wounded, 11 missing, total 114. Aggregate strength of 1,079, 10% casualties. Aggregate strength 2,373 for the division. It's 14% of their forces. It's literally the size of a brigade, this division. 7th Infantry Division. Whiskey Rebels did 212 to infantry, 86 to cavalry, captured 14 for a total 312. Norwegian Vikings, 113 to infantry. That's it. Really. And the Hoosiers, 372 to infantry, plus up to 377. To quote some command staff. Excuse me, my throat's all messed up. Part of the head cold I had the other day. Whiskey Rebels. Lost 20 dead, 148 wounded, 17 missing, total 185. Aggregate strength of 907. 17% casualties. Victory on the west flank of Manassas Junction. We're going to call this the west flank fight. Battle of the west flank of Manassas Junction has ended, with Jenkins' corps retreating in panic. The M's reported suffered total casualties of 2,214 men. There are 333 killed, 445 captured. Our casualties total 1,188 men, with 160 killed, 131 missing, and the rest wounded. We captured 1,023 rifles and one gun from the field and sent 439 soldiers off to our vacation camps. That was pretty tight. See if we can't get both of these battles rolled off. Hopefully they retreat south of Richmond. That would be a great prize for us if we get them out of this pocket. They may retreat back on Gordonsville, but I kind of need them out of that pocket. So I can get the grunts down into Richmond. Oh, and before the game does it to me, we do have to do officer replacements in the Army of the East. Hopefully the game didn't do it yet. And it looks like it did. Shit. You're not taking that brigade, division. Foster, you're not taking command of that. So let's replace the brigade commanders first. All right, we only got 2 brigadiers left from New York, so it's going to be Sanford or Butterfield. Butterfield's definitely the better commander. And he's a politician. I know, doesn't sound too good, but remember, McClellan's still in charge of the armies and under my game rules. He's not going to like either one of these, but he has to follow rank seniority, so Butterfield is definitely the better commander, so he's going to take command of the Irish Legion. Wait, was Wood the commander? No. Was it showing me, or was he a replacement from the last fight? But he shouldn't be in command. Hoosiers. Indiana. Let's go by seniority and professional. There we go. We got Jefferson Davis, Haskell, and Cogswell. And it looks like it's going to be Jefferson Davis. And I got to figure out which commander is going to be taking over the division. I got to look through everybody. That'll take a minute. Honestly, it didn't take me long at all. I can actually promote from within division. Hancock's getting command of this division. Because, look at those stats. He's definitely taking command of the division. So, Iowa. And there's only one brigadier available, and he's actually a professional, even better. So, John McDowell's going to take command of that. And you're going to get replaced by Hancock the Magnificent. And that comes with a promotion to Major General. There you go. When did Reynolds get the famed? Huh. I think that takes care of all of the officer replacements. Let's see how this battle rolls off. Bogart and Jackson are still fighting. Hopefully Jenkins goes south of these nodes. I'm really hoping he does. Louisiana's still not on the move. Not even a full day yet, so nobody's stats have really changed. Just waiting to see how this battle rolls off and get the grunts on the move. Why is this battle... Or did this fight start on the 13th? Might have started on the 13th. There they go. Army Washington's retreating. Yep, they're moving south of Culpeper. Hopefully they make it south of Catherine. That's what this look like on the grunts. Alright, Orange. You can get them down to Richmond following the rail lines. Because we control that territory, so that's not a big deal. Yep, you're not going to winter quarters just yet, boys. Put this up to green, get some supplies in there. Army East, need to give you orders into Alexandria. All right, think things will be quiet probably for the rest of the month, but we'll see. All right, it's now October 17th. We do have our next engagement here. It's not where I was expecting one. It's over here at Carrollton with the, looks like McCullough's Corps, Army of Illinois, was trying to sneak past us and head back north. Army of Tennessee was just outside of town, and I saw them moving the location over here. Looked like they're trying to track north to this road, or maybe just sit by the depot. I'm not sure. Either way, we can't let them control that depot or get past us. So I did move the Army of Tennessee in closer to engage them. Numbers are almost on par. So it's going to be Daywood with 8,600 infantry, 1,600 cavalry, and 20 guns going up against McCullough's Corps, Army of Illinois, under the command of Longstreet, bringing 7,200 infantry, 1,900 cavalry, and 23 guns. I think this is going to be another tight fight due to morale issues right now. Welcome, my grunts, to the second battle of Carrollton. Could be the third. I just stopped keeping track of all the battles at this point. Once again, we're on the Little Sugar Creek maps, and where last time the objective was actually over here at this crossroad, it's now all the way back over here on the Bentonville Detour by 12 Corners Church. I was thinking about coming up along this way and around this way to come at the flank, but trying to move my troops through this terrain here is just not all that feasible. We could do it, but I think it'd be a little more than we really should be trying. So we're going to come straight up the center, up to Round Prairie right here, which is a nice big open field. Then reform ourselves for an attack once we have the rebels sided. They could be right on the objective. They could be back over here. This is where I would set up my defense, over that nice open field. But we just don't know where they are. So it's already 1,600. Day's going to end soon, so we're not going to get really any distance down the road. So it's going to be a while before we see contact with the rebels. All right, it's now 1,700, and we do have the rebel line spotted, at least portion of it. And they're actually defending where I would have defended. It's actually good to see the AI using its brain for once. So they are lined up at the edge of the open field. Actually, I gotta get some halt orders to this cavalry before they get any closer. But it's already 1,700, so we're not going to be in position to attack them today as much as I would like to, because we're going to take some massive hits overnight on desertion. So we're getting there, but slowly. Honestly, it's probably a good thing I didn't come up and around this way, because it'd be a very long march that we might have been able to sneak in behind them if I... I wonder if there's anybody at 12 Corners Church. The numbers are paired to ours. Their cavalry's in front of me. I might be able to get around them. At least with the cavalry. I don't have enough maneuver brigades. I'd send the engineers with them, but their morale is done. They're no good for this fight. But it's definitely going to be a day 2 action. There's no way I'm getting anything kicked off tonight. So I'll be back once I have my troops in position to figure out what we're going to be doing. All right, it's now 1850. Day's about to end on us. Just getting my troops in position. Artillery's starting to fire. Got here. I think the day's going to end at 1900. I'm not too sure, but we do know now the rebels are stretched along here. I think there might be another infantry brigade out here, and they're actually on this road over here, where I'd sent the blue storms to see if we couldn't get around that flank. Why are you guys going to line up behind the guns? Lincoln's Valkyries, go hit them. Gonna shift these lines. Should be going forward of the guns, not behind the guns. Not gonna be my attack dispositions. We're just gonna line up here and try to take care of this issue. Turn around, boys. You got cavalry coming behind you. Or ladies, it's the Valkyries. There we go. Yep, there's the end of the day. I know they're about there. I'm going to leave the blue storms over here. We're still going to see if we can't get a flank around once we begin our attack. But, let's get my division. We're going straight across the field. Probably not the best option in the world. Hopefully this cavalry brigade is still there and we can rip them down real fast. How many people did we lose in the overnight? 197 men ran away overnight, but they lost 200. I'm going to leave the engineers out of this fight. They're just going to stay back here and do engineers things because they still have to level up their engineering skill anyway. So, and they lost most of the men. They lost 139 overnight. Okay. Valkyries lost 14. Suffrage lost 17. Freedom Fighters lost 5. What about my batteries? Molly Pictures lost 4. And Copeland's Lumberjacks arrived just before the fight. They brand new battery and they lost 10 men. Oh, come on. All right, let's hit play and see what about the Blue Storms. They lost 8. Bring in your vedettes. Is that cavalry still there? No, it is not. You know, to get this cavalry right in front of us, backs turned. I think I may let my 2 batteries work at this until about 8 o'clock. And then send in the attack. Let's move you guys up in closer, I think.
Yes, Sergeant.
Lay the infantry down. Yeah, I'm going to let my batteries work at this for a little bit. So I'll be back when I'm ready to kick it off. All right, it's now a little after 8 a.m. and not launching my attack just yet. So I have decided to see if I cannot goad. You guys back to power yet? No. The rebels are standing here to attacking us by sending skirmishers forward. So I just want to see if I can't force them to come out and get us instead of me going out into them. Because they are protected by the woods on either flank. If we can't get them to come out and attack us, I will actually simultaneously launch an attack with the Blue Storms and the Freedom Fighter Division. Or the Liberty Legion, but I keep calling Freedom Fire Division. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but we're going to try at least. The AI may just get tired of the artillery fire and come after us, or even tired of the skirmishers and come after us. Ooh, how deep into the woods are you boys going? Hit those batteries. Thank you. So this may take a while, even if it does work, it'll take a while, so I'll be back. Alright, it's now about 8:50 in the morning, and I'm getting ready to push in my attack. It looks like we did force them off. We'll get ready to break 2 of these mounted rifle regiments. This is still the 2nd Arkansas mounted here, but we've been slowly causing casualties to them this whole time. You guys are bad shit, get recalled. So I'm looking to see if we can't break some of these batteries down here in the wood before we send in the final push. Oh, they fully broke. This is not going to be a high casualty battle, I'm hoping. At least for us. I mean, I think they'll break before we have any major losses on our part. Taylor, come down here. He's detached, so he should do that movement on his own. I hope. I did detach him. Let's kick this off. A lot of their units are hidden out in the woods here, and they're not very big units. So this is their largest unit that I've seen, which is Ford's Brigade of 2,500 men. Seniors at 1,800. I think Ford's a brand new brigade. But if we could break these batteries here with the skirmishers, and it looks like that skirmishers look like they're gonna break. If we can break these batteries with the skirmishers or one good volley from the brigade, that should clinch us the fight morale-wise. Why are you not moving? You shouldn't be waiting on orders. The hell's the point in detaching you if you're going to wait on orders? The engineer's looking. I haven't looked at you in a bit. Still working away. Good. Still haven't even hit your 2nd level yet. That's kind of interesting. Come on, guys. Stop the parade ground antics. Let's go. Don't let the suffragettes beat you. I don't think the Arkansas is going to stand up to more than 1 or 2 volleys. I know there's a brigade here. What the hell? There they are, standing up now. And those Arkansas rifles went to ground. Pick them out the rifle regiments as they do have. You can't raise them yourself. They're added by the a.o.m mod, but they are only armed with mixed muskets for the most part. So, and I don't remember correctly if you can change them or not.
Bring me the spyglass, Sergeant.
We did enough morale shock to them with our guns and skirmishers. This should be fairly easy. Now, I said that, watch it turn into a bloody mess. Push into the wood. Nice. Just behind the lead of that hill. We're gonna have a hard time hitting them. All right, Blue Storms, get dismounted. Time to push in. Yep, there went second Arkansas. Very good. Ford's getting ready to break, even better. Not a bloodless victory, but I'm happy with it. We are trying to settle into winter quarters and get these troop numbers back up. Hard advance. There goes those batteries. All right, it's against the Texans. Get those orders out from the push-in. Let's go. Really? This is funny. We're just kind of rolling these boys up. Gilmer, go ahead. That's a 2,700 man brigade. That's brand new brigade too. Yep, they're pulling out. They're starting to issue the withdrawal. They got that battery. Oh, you boys are putting yourselves in a bad spot right now. This is beautiful. Yep, they just broke it out even fighting. Yeah, boys, we're on both flanks. Not a good spot to be. Yeah, we'll just let you guys plug away. It's done. Hard advance against these guys. See if you can't get them to stand up and take some more casualties. I want to get in canister range of that battery. There they go. Hey, boys, swing back this way. Cavalry's got this.
Aim low, boys.
Yep, there's the withdrawal. Kind of a skirmish in the grand scheme of things, but even on odds, you can call that a big battle.
Shoot the one on that hole.
At least right here in the west, because it's the largest force in the west right now. There they go. Cavalry, get mounted. Let's see if we can't catch any of them. I'm doubtful. Nah, let's just speed this along. We're not going to catch anybody. Let them go. All right, not too bad. Not the most fun fight in the world, but a lot more maneuvering than you would normally see. I mean, we have to do a lot of maneuvering with this corps, considering it's only one division right now. So we lost 308 of our 8,600 infantry, 16 of our 1,675 cavalry, one of our 28 guns. We lost 343 of our 10,695 men. Took down 750 of their 7,500 infantry, 300 or 2,000 cavalry, and mounted riflemen. 15 of their 25 guns. Still lost 1,200 of their 9,500 men. That's almost 4 to 1 odds almost. So I'm very, very happy with that. If we couldn't grab there was no way we're going to be able to grab a major victory out of that. I'm very happy with the outcome nonetheless. All right, combat reports. Blue Storms did 54 to infantry, 62 to cavalry for a total of 116. Losses: 1 dead, 5 wounded, 10 missing, total of 16. Aggregate strength 1,659, 1% casualties. Engineers did not fight, but they did lose 139 men to desertion, leaving them an aggregate strength of 2,200, 6% casualties. Liberty Legion, Freedom Fighters did 44 to infantry, 87 to artillery for a total of 131. First Suffrage did 102 to infantry, 70 to cavalry for a total of 172. And Lincoln's Valkyries did 390 to infantry, 44 to cavalry, 19 artillery for a total of 455. Losses: Freedom Fighters, 66 killed, 21 wounded, 14 missing, total of 101. Aggregate strength of 1,147, 8% casualties. First Suffrage, 2 dead, 17 wounded, 18 missing, total of 37. Aggregate strength 2,337, 2% casualties. Lincoln's Valkyries, 11 dead, 6 wounded, 14 missing, total 31. Aggregate strength 2,603, 1% casualties. And 3rd Division, I gotta give this an artillery division designation. Molly Pitchers. 15 to infantry, 24 to cavalry, 25 to artillery, for total 64. And Copeland's Lumberjacks, 10 to infantry, 44 to cavalry, 6 to artillery, for total 60. Not bad. Losses. Molly Pitchers had 4 go missing overnight. Copeland's Lumberjacks had 2 dead, 3 wounded, 10 missing, total 15. Aggregate strength 204, 7% casualties. Now let's see if we got any of their officers. We didn't lose any. Never saw Longstreet. I didn't notice him. Price's division's got 1 brigade in it. Wounded Captain Branch at the Petersburg Light Artillery. I see his T division. Give me his T cavalry. Oh, just 1 battery commander was wounded. I'll get closed out of here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Victory at 2nd Carrollton. Or actually 3rd Carrollton now that I think about it. It's 3rd Carrollton. 3rd battle Carrollton's entered the Army of Illinois retreating in panic. The enemy's reportedly suffered total casualties of 1,173 men. There are 149 killed and 567 captured. Our casualties totaled 343 men with 82 killed, 209 missing, and the rest are wounded. We captured 457 rifles and 4 guns from the field and sent 555 soldiers off to our prison camps. Still a lot of forces in front of us here, but hopefully the new division will arrive before we have another fight in this location. Independent Cavalry Corps is now on its way to Grenada after securing Memphis. Does not look like chase is being given just yet. I wonder if we could make it to New Orleans unmolested. That'd be interesting, but we gotta spend a few days in each town to flip them before we get... Could we grab Vicksburg? I think Vicksburg might be on the menu if they didn't build a fort here. Excuse me. And Army of the Ohio has orders to move. Looks like they're still awaiting them. Even though they're not in green readiness yet, I do want to get them on the move before they have to go into winter quarters. They haven't go to winter quarters yet down here, so I want to try and get them as far south as possible before that happens. I'm still yellow readiness here. I'm not going to move him against these corps until we're in the green because there are 2 corps there. But he is in winter quarters, so I think we're kind of done. I may make that attack because it's a very short marching distance, but winter quarters, if the weather turns on us, that could be a hard march. It looks like the rebels have gone no further than Catherine Furnace. And the grunts are now down to the red. Please get your men onto the railroad line so we get them down into Richmond. And Army East is still trying to pull itself into Alexandria. So hopefully the readiness climbs fairly quickly once they're there. And 22 more days on that fort. Not sure if it's going to be a smart idea to move them south to Stanton to get that fort built there with all these corps sitting here. All right, the grunts are on the rail line. Very good. All right, I do believe we're going to end this episode here. So just as a reminder to everybody, there will be no episodes for the next few weeks as I will be out of town on family affairs. So I may do some live streams. I'm not sure yet. Depends, kind of really more or less depends on weather conditions while I'm out traveling. So once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so your next video comes out. If you're following along in the series and enjoying it, don't forget to bayonet that like button and butt stroke that comment section. And I'll see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.